you are quite a disruptive force in financial services. Financial services in Canada dominated by a few large banks, and then a few sort of intermediary fintechs are emerging. Now, you show up with a very different strategy, helping companies be more organized and maximize their expenses and their capital. How did you think of disruption? Like, did you have apprehension? You're going up against some pretty entrenched forces. How did you get the courage to say, I'm coming at it from a different lens?
Yeah, I mean, my co-founders, fortunately, even when I met them, they had already been working through like a V1 of the product. So when I saw it and I used it, I thought, this is the beginning of something great. And we had customers, prospective customers, who said, if you build this, I'll pay for it and I'll use it because I really want it. And I think that customers solve all problems. Like any fear, anxiety you have about a market opportunity, if you just look at spreadsheets and do market studies, you're not going to work up the courage. When you go to customers and you sit in their office and say, here's a product, does this solve your problem? Like, is this actually a game changer? And people say, not only is it a game changer, but if you build it, I'll use it. And here are 20 other things I'd love for you to build that I'm really frustrated about. You walk out of those meetings and you go, I feel more confident. And now I feel like I have an obligation that we need to do this. And so it's building anything is hard. It's scary. There's lots of uncertainty. But the principles that we talked about, and I think still are core to who we are speed. We're going to operate and innovate quickly. With our customers, we're going to give them the best customer service they've ever had. Like we have a saying here at Float, not tomorrow, today, not next week, this week. The idea is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, customers are doing business. Like there's no at work hours, there's no holidays. People, especially that are running small businesses, it's always on. The idea of, reach out to us between 9 and 5 or why don't you swing by the branch? We hated that. And so we said from the beginning, we're going to meet customers where they are, which is mostly online. We're going to provide them with the best customer service in the industry. We're going to respond to them in 1 minute or less. We're going to innovate and build products really quickly. And we're going to recruit a team that is deeply, deeply customer obsessed and is going to work backwards from ideal customer experiences and then build the business, as opposed to, let's create a risk team and let's create a compliance team and let's create a marketing team and then we'll figure out how to jumble it together and sell it to people. And I think that those principles are still very much central to what we're doing.